Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. So today we'll be looking at a very detailed video on how to apply for your work permit once you are in the US, and this applies for everyone. So without long talk or say, let's dive into the video. As you can see on the process, I started from scratch. So that is the website you look at, the USCIS website. You search it. So once you click on it, you search. The first one most of the times is written there, USCIS home. You go there, you click on create your account because you're creating like an account for the first time. You see it will take you to the page where you have to put in your email. I just went to the next screen. I created an email account just for this purpose, right? So this is just an email I'll trash after this. I put in the email. So you have to put it double, you have to confirm it because you're creating an account for the first time. So of course you have to have an email address before you even start, right? So once you do that, they're gonna send you a confirmation link. You come on the confirmation link, you click. And once you click, it's gonna take you to this page. I mean, you can read everything, but I've done this a couple of times, so I'm just like scrolling. You can take your time to read if you want. Yeah, I go and agree, of course. And then now it's time for you to create yourself a password. So, I just created something random for this video, but if you're creating you're actually applying, make sure you go with a strong password, something that you can easily remember, but it's not something that someone can easily access. You don't want anybody into your account. This is something very private, right? So just make sure it's strong. Try to do a combination of numbers, letters, and symbols, but something that you can definitely remember. So it's always showing you the strength of it. I was struggling to create a random password because I did not want to use like my usual passwords. But I finally came up with something, and yeah, there we go. You confirm your password. And then it's going to take you to the two-step verification method. Of course, this is for safety purposes. So if you want, because every time, so even after 15 minutes you leave your account, they're gonna send you a code. So if you want to be sent by email, text, just choose one method. I always go for the email. I just feel like okay. But if you're up like doing it on your phone, you might go for the text because the number might just pop up and you don't need to go to your email to search it. You just click on the number and you're good to go. So yeah, if you're doing it for the first time, make sure you screenshot that backup number, and then they will definitely ask you some questions. Choose, you can select your own question and you can select the answer. This, I did not even bother to choose the questions because excuse me, this is just for the purpose of this video. So I just went with random answers that I can't even remember except I watched this video again. But yeah, it's because this is not an actual thing, right? I'm just doing it for the video. It's actual, but it's not actual. You feel me? I know you feel me. Yeah, so I just went in with all those. Make sure you have this, right? Just take a screenshot of it while you're doing it. So account type, is it, if like it's a lawyer doing it, go for the he or she will go for the second option is, but if you're the one doing it alone, and if you're watching this video, it means you want to do it alone, then you go for that option. This always pops up. You can always say no thanks, so you can feel it. Why not? And then you go to file a form online. You open the form and be sure to choose the right form, right? So we're looking for form I-765 when you're doing work authorization, because once you choose the wrong form, that's a big problem. So make sure you go for the right form. Yes. Once you click on it, it's going to take you to this page. You must see employment authorization. And these are the people that are eligible to apply online. So you can just randomly check if you're eligible, because if you're not eligible to apply online and then you apply, it'd be like you're wasting your time. You should just go through it, take your time, make sure you're eligible. And there are some categories that don't pay any fee. Like if you're an asylee, like you've applied for your asylum case and it's pending, you don't pay anything. But there are also other categories that have to pay a fee. So just make sure if you're paying a fee, you're ready with your money. If you're not paying a fee, you're good to go. Yeah, just go through everything. I'm going a little bit too fast because I've done this several times. But once you reach here, stop, take a pause, take a deep breath, and read everything. Take your time to read, please, Because once you make an error at any point, to change it, like you have to start from scratch, or they might just deny you and you might never have the opportunity to redo it. So take your time, and you have to finish your application within 30 days. Once you start, it starts counting. So please take your time. Just once you start, when you're ready, that's why you can watch this video, prepare yourself before even starting the application. So you choose so if you don't see a category under this different categories, just know that you're not eligible to apply online. Once you can find your category here, know that you're eligible to apply online. So it kind of makes it easy, right? So once you see your category, know you're eligible to apply online. And then you take it from there. So you keep going. Yeah, guys, I really hope this video is helpful. Please take your time and watch this video to the end if you're applying for your work permit, because I've had many people come to me to help them. So you can rather just watch this video, you're good to go. But if you need one-on-one and you're in the US, anywhere in the US, you can still contact me through my email or just purchase the membership and ask me any question you want. And if you want us to apply for the work permit, I've applied for so many people and they've gotten it approved, like in less than 1 month. So if you want that kind of help, just reach out and we can do it, right? We'll do it. It costs something, it's not for free. Time is money, but yeah, it's just actually help because it's not a lot. So make sure you fill in your information. Let's go back to the video. No money talks. Let's go back to the video. You put in a name. I just put in a random name. Make sure you fill all fields that you can fill, right, as much as possible. Give out as much as possible information, but be careful not to give out information that is not needed. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. So you make sure you put in your number, your email, all of that good stuff, and make sure your address is correct. Like double check your address 251 times. I'm exaggerating, but make sure you double check your address, because if your address is wrong, how are they going to mail you your work permit? You might go somewhere else and you never see it again. So you don't want to go through that hassle, right? So make sure it is correct. Yeah, and then you go to the next, your gender. Of course, that's easy. You put in your gender, male, female. Are you married, single? I'm just filling random things, right? For the purpose of the video. You select that. You go to town or city of birth. Of course, you know where you were born, so you put that in. State or province, the country of birth, if you're born in Nigeria, Ethiopia, anywhere. I mean, you can find any country there. Click on the drop down, you're going to see the different countries. You just click on what pertains to you. You put your date of birth. As easy as these things are, make sure you put in the right information, please. Yeah. So you put in your date of birth, and then we go to the next. Yep. Country of citizenship, nationality. You go drop down, you can see all countries you can ever think of. So your country will definitely be there. And if you were issued this form, the I-94 form, then you put in the number. So if you don't have it, you quietly skip it. Don't put anything there. Just keep it, leave it empty. So if you had it, then you have to tell them when it was issued and all of that good stuff. What is your passport number? If you don't have a passport number, it is still okay, right? If you do not use your passport, it's fine. If you have one, you put it in. So you have to fill in all this information if you actually have a passport number or any travel documents. What country issued your travel document? You put that in. What is your current immigration status? So you look for what best pertains to you. Are you, I don't know, an alien, asylee? Like, what's your status, child? Whatever your status is, just it's a long list. So just check on what fits you and then you select it. And then, yeah, if you came as a student, you fill this, you put in your service number. If you not come as a student, just skip that part. It doesn't concern you. I think almost everyone, not everyone, okay, most people have the A number. So you put in your A number. If it's not up to 9 digits, then they'll automatically add the zero. So don't worry if it's not up to 9, but most times it is 9 digits. So you put that in. If you don't have one, you just click on the box, I do not have an A number, and they can confirm that from their end. So don't lie, please. And what is your US account number? If you have an account number, automatically it will be here and you cannot change it. If you don't have one, you click on I don't have. So most times, if you have already filed, okay, make sure you click on the yes, you want your social security sent to you, because if not, you will still have to reapply for your social security like after the work permit comes, right? So make sure you click on the yes so they can send both of them together. Have you ever been arrested? Hopefully not. You say no. And then if you have, you say the truth. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. You have to upload your photo. If you upload your photo, it doesn't go, check the photo tool thing, the photo composition tool. Just use it to kind of resize your photo to fit in the requirements. But if it works, then the secret here is like just make it so when you're applying for a TV lottery or something, let it fit that category. So when you want to go to the tool, just try to edit it. If it doesn't edit automatically, edit it manually or make sure it fits the requirement, because sometimes it's a little bit tricky there. If you were issued an I-94, you make sure you upload it there. A passport or any travel document, this is where you upload it. Any identification that you have, travel identification, by the way, you just upload it here. And yeah, you just make sure you read through the different requirements so you're not uploading what is not needed. That would be questionable. So upload only what is needed or what you have, what you've been using for the past years. You get. So yeah, you do that. So they are different. They know you might have, you might not have it, but when you don't have it, there's something to do. So just make sure you check all the steps. When you click on choose, you choose it, you upload it from your phone, your computer, and you're good to go. You go to document ID. So if you already applied for employment authorization before, you have to upload the old one. Like it means you're just renewing it, or there's a problem. If you don't have an employment authorization document, you have to upload either maybe your ID, your birth certificate, something that has a picture to identify you. You feel me? Yeah, this is where you do all that good stuff. Then you upload it and you're good to go. Yeah, please just always make sure you read each step, especially if it's your first time. I'm kind of fast, but when you're actually doing it, make sure you read. Take your time. And year before, I mean, depending on your status, if your application for asylum and withholding of removal, remember that's the status I randomly selected. So I have to prove that I have a case pending, right? So it just depends on what you choose. Then they'll be asking you, you probably have something different if you, I don't know, if maybe you're a green card holder or something, you have a different question. They will not be asking you for something you don't have. So it really depends on the category you fall under. That's why it's very important to choose the right category, because it's gonna also affect the kind of documents they'll be asking you. So yeah, Board of Immigration Appeals demand order still directly for people that are asylees, that kind of people, right? But yeah, if you've had like a criminal record or something, or you have a pending case, but please make sure you read it detailedly, because most times this doesn't apply to people. But if you're one of the people it applies to, I think once you see it, you will know that you're under. But if you reach here and nothing comes to your mind, most likely it doesn't even concern you. It doesn't concern many people. They're just making sure you quietly skip it. This is the only place that you might skip, but all the other things there is more, there is something to upload. But even here, make sure you read and see that it does not concern you. If you're not sure, use Google research. If you're not sure, contact me. So we find out if it concerns you, right? Don't assume or make any assumptions, please. You go to the next. Yeah, so if you have any additional information, you miss something, or there's just something you want to add that you do not get a space to, that will affect your case positively, then you can add it here. So it's gonna tell you the page and everything. Then it did not concern me, right? So I did cancel. You go to the next, check your application before you submit. So most times you have to review your application detailedly. You'll see almost nothing from me, yeah, and for asylum people that have the pending asylum case, the application fee is zero. It's going to tell you how much you're going to pay here. If it's zero, you have nothing to pay. If you see an amount there, depending on your category, then be ready to make your payment. But even at the start, when choosing your category, you probably know if you're paying or not. So if there are any errors, it's going to show you the errors. You go back, make sure you correct the errors. Sometimes there are some very personal errors that you might, like if you spell your name wrongly, you might not know that that's an error. So you just make sure you review your application detailedly as many times as possible. Review every information 3 to 4 times at least before submitting, because there is no chance to resubmit. Just do your best to review it. So I just said, okay, I'm gonna end the video here, but normally it will take you to the next where you just review your application, review everything. If all there were no errors, and then you sign with your full name and you submit and you're good to go. It's going to send you a receipt if you need to do biometric or not, if you've already done it. But make sure you don't miss your biometric if they request it from you. Thanks for watching up to this point. I hope this was helpful. If you want me to help you one-on-one, you can contact me. It costs a little, but then I'm ensuring you're going to get your work permit approved, right? So I hope this was helpful. Guys, stay blessed and just keep the family growing. Let's share, like, subscribe. I really do appreciate it and all the love. Bye bye.